Why? It is that time. It is that time. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Hello, 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 you beautiful, beautiful people. How are you doing? It is Friday, June 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm so happy you all could make it. Look at you. Look at you. You're here, you beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another fantastic TeamEmmsie podcast. I am your podcast leader, DoseRev. You can find me at twitch.tv/DoseRev. But we've got a show for you tonight. We have got a show for you. So if you were here since the relaunch, you know that the first couple times that Coyote Wildfire and I came in with a bunch of helpful tips on how you can increase your stream's potential and grow your stream. We're back with another one of those for the second segment, and we're calling it Turn Up the Volume. And no, I know what you're thinking. It has nothing to do with audio balancing, which is, in my opinion, the hardest part of streaming. We're not going to talk about audio balancing. I'm sorry. It's going to be a fun segment. I think you'll like it. We also do have a new member montage from our podcast, our TeamEmmsie leader, Saitsu, has put together another one. We didn't have one last week just because we didn't have a lot of new members submitting videos, and so we're really happy to have that again. But before we do that, my friends, I've got a special surprise for you, and I've got a special surprise for everyone that is involved in the podcast, and that is, I lied to people this week, and it was tough, but I said we don't have a streamer of the week, but the fact of the matter is, we do, and our streamer of the week is none other than PhoenixRyan! Yay! TeamEmmsie streamer of the week, PhoenixRyan. And congratulations, man. So now I'm going to let these two chat at you for a little while.
He's like, you got me good. You got me. Like, I honestly had no idea. No idea at all. I was here thinking, oh, okay. So
just a shitty week.
That's more or less why I said me and Felix, we just like to wing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see.
We don't really like to wing it. We just you're it, man.
You are it.
You're the guy. Well, I'm Felix Hergood of TeamEmmsie podcast and the Emergent Gamer podcast, and we have.
I'm D-Bach.
Hey. And here we have PhoenixRyan. How you doing, Phoenix? What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm still a bit shocked, actually.
Do you need a minute? Do you want us to all have dead air silence for like 5 minutes while you just stare at everybody?
No, that's fine. That's fine. We won't do that.
Your face is awesome when he said we actually do have a streamer of the week, and you're just like,
what?
Wait, what?
Why didn't you guys tell me?
Yeah, exactly. I asked 2 minutes before we started, so what are we talking about today? And nobody answered me.
We didn't have it.
Like,
I was thinking in my head, I'm like, how are we going to answer this one? And the whole time I'm like chatting with Rev, like, when are we going to announce this? Like, what are we? I don't even know what we're doing. You know, like I'm like sending Rev like private DMs, like, you know.
No, that's crazy. Thank you so much.
I mean, have you ever been streamer of the week? Like,
I haven't. No.
Right.
It's first time.
There you go.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be? As far as I know, I mean, stop me if I'm wrong, but the first host to have streamer of the week for the actual podcast.
Oh yeah. Because I had mine before I was a host. So.
Right.
It's a big privilege. So thank you very, very much. I'm genuinely quite honored. So thank you.
We're a tight little group, and you know, we got to honor our own. So that's what we're doing.
Well, I mean, you guys did a really good job of keeping that one quiet and keeping me in the dark about this one. So
it was really easy. I mean, you're literally on the other half of the country. So
Yeah, I was gonna say my really good job of just ignoring the fuck out of Discord. Is that it?
yeah, I just pushed the power button to shut the shit off. It was all over with from there.
Well, we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through a lot of questions here. We want to present you to the public, and now I did get a lot of this on like a personal note, like the last week I was with you guys, you know, just talking to you and everything like that. But I wanted to I want you to kind of tell the community a little bit about yourself, you know, like where are you? I mean, you don't have to say specifically where your address is, where your house is. That's a little fucking weird, but like, yeah, like what part of the world are you in, and like how did you get into TeamEmmsie? I mean, I guess we'll start with that, right?
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if anyone can guess, I'm from England, specifically the West Midlands. It's a strange part of England because it's what's often referred to as the factory floor of England. It's usually where all the warehouses or the factories and everything was kind of set up. And around here, I get this a lot, but a lot of people say, "Blah, you're not from Birmingham. You're not from that neck of the woods." I'm like, I am. I genuinely am, and it's only because I don't sound like everybody else around here. Because my parents, they would not let me speak like the other kids at school. They just would not.
Honestly, I would know it. Like, I don't think I would know it because I don't. I mean, like I said the last time I talked to you, the only experience I have with the Birmingham accent is that. Peaky Blinders. That's it. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know if they're just hamming that up for the show. I mean, if that's
I don't know.
But you definitely don't sound like the guys from that show. They're thick.
The Brummy accent is kind of more like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's more like that. So, well, with less Little Britain involved. How did I get into TeamEmmsie? I started streaming on my own channel. I was a journalist, and I did that for a number of years, doing writing, and then as part of the writing gig, the owner of the website that I was last writing for on a regular basis, he wanted to expand the website into Twitch. I suggested, and I kept badgering him, saying, look, Twitch is an interactive platform. We can put news and, you know, stories and first-hand gameplay of stuff out there so that people can see that, and we can gauge their reaction from that, and we can interact with people. I think that would be a fantastic platform to do that with. And you know, he gave me the green light, gave me the thumbs up. I started the channel, and you know, I did that for about 2.5, 3 years, and you know, we did some really great things. Everything that website and that Twitch channel does, every penny goes towards Extra Life, which is a charity that helps funds the Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the US. And after that, a lot of the regulars that would come and watch me were like, where's your channel? Where can we see more of you? And I said, well, you know, I do this kind of 2-3 times a week. Wouldn't it be nice if I did this full time? And then I did. A year ago, I started my channel, twitch.tv/PhoenixRyan, and I started streaming 5 days a week, and then that became 6 days a week, and then it's 6 days a week plus doing. I rejoined the charity streams, and I've been helping out with the marathons and stuff, and this year alone we've raised over $12,000 towards our target for Extra Life this year. Wow. You know, it has been absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's been an incredible journey. I've met some really, really lovely people on Twitch. Some of my best friends are other streamers and people in my community and in communities that I've joined, like TeamEmmsie. And when I joined TeamEmmsie about 2, 3, 4 weeks into my quest to become a full-time streamer, just to kind of get some advice on how I should start, because I mean, doing it for the charity, I was just kind of, as you said, pre-podcast winging it, and and yeah. That's just how that got started. And I joined TeamEmmsie to make some friends, to get some advice, because I mean, everybody starts off in the same place, don't they?
Well, how are you with that? Do you need any advice? When I first met you, the perspective I had of you was that you were well put together with your stream, and you had all the questions for people. You were the answers. You seemed like a guy when I met you that was a guy who could give answers, which is rather than ask questions. But do you have questions? I mean, is there anything that you feel?
I mean, generally speaking, I mean, in terms of growing a stream, in terms of managing a community, I mean, the questions I tend to get that pop up are, how do I manage a community in let's say a Discord that is constantly growing, that is constantly active, and how do you stay on top of that? I mean, that's something that I've never had to deal with up until maybe 2-3 months ago. That's when my channel's Discord started. Okay, there's stuff going on. Oh, there's still stuff going on. Oh, I'm on my phone all day. when can I send these emails? And when can I contact this community manager? Because I'm looking at my phone on Discord. How do I manage that?
Yeah, I don't think you can manage it all.
That
you got to let some. Yeah, go ahead, Debunk.
I was just gonna say that sounds like my everyday life. Like I look at Twitter, I look at the Discord, I look at my community, I look at TeamEmmsie, and I pretty much just check out over abundance. I'm just like, this is too much, and then I thank myself for not being the head of it. I'm like, I don't want the responsibility.
I make sure. Let me see. I make sure for the Emerging Gamer Podcast Discord that I check in. I do less checking in for my own personal Discord. My personal Discord is more just for using the voice chat channels, or like when I'm live, because I don't use Xbox chat or PS4 chat. But I make sure I try and check in with the different various channels and say a few words in the Emerging Gamer Discord, probably like 2 or 3 times a day. If I'm on a long shift at my actual job, then I probably won't, as much. But I think that's enough,
Do you ever pop in and just type just a few words and then dip out?
You mean that literal sentence?
Yeah, like that literal sentence.
Yeah. I've done that before because I am that kind of asshole. Just a few words. See ya, bitches.
I try and dedicate whenever I can, maybe 15-20 minutes to. I'll type something, and if the conversation's going somewhere, then obviously I'll stay around. But if there's no response to it, maybe after 10-15 minutes, I find myself going, okay, now's my opportunity to do something else productive as well. Like, oh, that's my time now to check in with the community manager of this studio, or I forgot that I haven't spoke to this person in a while. I need to reach out to them. But I mean, the biggest problem I say the biggest question that I would have is how do you guys manage your time? Because I mean, there are only so many hours in the day. You have to sleep at some point. I mean, I mean, I get by on about 5 hours sleep with work and streaming full time, and then trying to manage everything else as well. How do you guys manage your time?
Do you want to go first, Steve-Bach?
Sure. I work a 12-hour day job. Unfortunately,
nuts.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's split up in a fashion that I can't keep a everyday schedule. I just can't. It's impossible.
So you have sorry, I'm asking D-Bach a question. You have a 40-hour-a-week job, and then what do you work, like 3 days a week?
So I work 2 days on 1 week, and then 5 days on the next.
Huh.
And it's split up where it's like 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, 2 on, 3 off. Like it's every other weekend I get off. So that's good. But when you're 12 hours a day doing that stuff, and then you come home and you got the 2 kids running around, and the wife wants to go to the store, but she doesn't want to take the kids. And then the mother-in-law is like, oh, hey, the kids did this today. Pretty much how I managed my time was I changed my schedule from 5 days a week to 3.
Okay.
And then I miss, every once in a while, I miss one of those days just due to family problems. Or not problems per se, but like issues that arise that I can't get to my computer on time. And then I do my best to just pop in Discord and let people know, but it's even hard for me because most of the time I'm sleeping.
Yeah, D-Bach, it's got to be pretty damn hard. So one way that I manage my time a little bit better than D-Bach is I never had kids. no procreation here. That's not on purpose. It just never happened. You know, I never met the right girl. I met a lot of fucking shitty ones. So, but yeah. No, I'm not like dinging on your family or anything. but like that's helpful. I don't have that obligation. And then I need sleep. So I decried a while ago that I'm just going to do morning streaming. That's all I'm going to do. But I'm a morning person. I can wake up early. And I'll pass out on my couch like 9 o'clock. Like a lot of you guys are streaming. The worst part is a lot of you guys are night owls and you all stream late. So I look like this total dick. I'm never visiting anybody because you guys are on late and I'm on my couch, literally half dressed, like passed out, like practically falling off my couch. Like it's like a time, like it's a time machine. Like I literally will sink into my couch and then wake up like 12, whatever amount of hours later. I'm like, what happened?
Dude, I wish I could do that.
So I don't know if that gives you perspective at all. I don't know if that's helpful.
No, of course. What I'm gathering is obviously that everybody manages their time differently. There's no one set way of doing it. I mean, I'm quite envious of you actually that you're an early bird. You can get up early and it's like. Bang, straight into
that was an ex-girlfriend. The bitch forced me to get up every morning at 6:30. I'm not even kidding. She was regimented, and if I wasn't up by 7:30, she would like flick water on me. It's kind of torturous, but not every time. Just like occasionally she would do it. She's like flicking water on me. Wake my ass up. And I'm like, or she would just brew coffee, and I would start smelling it, and I'd get up. Like the Folgers in the morning, like commercial. That's me.
See, on nights on days I work the next day, I work at 4 a.m. Most of the time, I'm up till midnight, 1 o'clock on the computer, in other people's streams, like just chatting along. Like, hey, I really gotta go to sleep, but I really want to support you, and I watch, and I don't want to leave it.
One other thought that could benefit anyone in here, actually, and this really isn't like, I don't have this. This is not me pulling science out or something like that. But one thing I noticed when I first started streaming, because I did first start streaming late nights, like I would start streaming at like probably about 9 o'clock, and then I would go to like 1 in the morning or something like that. One thing I did notice is when I did do an occasional morning stream, is I got more traction. Like more people came in the morning, and I think it's because when you stream late at night, you're competing with the majors. You're competing with the professional streamers that like to stream at night. I mean, they'll wake up like around fucking noon, and then they'll stream from like 7 o'clock at night to like 1, 2 in the morning. And so if I'm streaming at night, I'm competing with all of them. Cool thing about 7:30 to 1 in the morning. So in the 7:30 time slot, I'm getting all these people who are in their afternoon in Europe. And then if I push it to like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I'm now catching the Americans who are waking up and wanting to check somebody out before they go live, So it seems to work out.
That leads kind of right into a streamer of the week question, though.
Oh,
when do you stream, PhoenixRyan?
Yeah, we're not here to talk about our fucking selves.
okay. I stream.
Well, at least one of us is.
Okay. I stream every single day. I'm streaming Monday through Sunday. On my channel, it is Monday through Saturday. I'm doing 7 o'clock in the evening till midnight. On Friday, obviously, I finish up at midnight, and I check in with you guys around 12:30. And then we get ready for the podcast, and we do the podcast here. On Sunday, I'm doing almost the same time, but over on another channel for charity, for Extra Life, the one I mentioned earlier in my bio story. Oh, my chair! That was my chair, not my heart. So I honestly.
I'm definitely familiar with Extra Life because I met a bunch of Extra Life guys when I did a couple of Comic-Cons with my podcast. My podcast had one year we had a booth actually at the Philadelphia Comic-Con. So
okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
I'd love to do the US Comic-Cons. I mean, the ones here in the UK are pretty. They're not great. If you're doing any of the conventions in the UK, I would suggest the London ones are pretty good, and EGX in Birmingham is good. Everything else is kind of. So I had my first experience of transatlantic conventions. I went to PAX East.
That's awesome.
That was really, really good. Really, really liked it. But I had about 10, 11 years of building it up in my head. So obviously it didn't quite meet those expectations. But it was still like, this is still better than anything else I've ever attended. So it was good. It was really good.
I just realized I saw Rev. He was typing some questions. There's a question. So Miss Raw asked a question. Actually, for all three of us, have you ever gotten a Twitch suspension? What was it for, and what did you do? I've never got one, so I hope to not get one ever. But
I've never had a Twitch suspension. I've been kicked out of a channel's chat once.
Ooh, why did that happen?
That happened because the person I was speaking to, well, like I was trying to. This was very, 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 very early on. When I first discovered Twitch, it was like I went into the channel and I was watching for about 25 minutes, and then I did the at the person who was streaming, and then they didn't answer the question. I waited 5-10 minutes, and I was like, okay, maybe they didn't see it. So I went at, and I typed the name out again, and I typed my question again, and then the message got deleted. I got a DM saying, please don't spam your questions. It's like, wait, what? I've put this twice. And then I went at the person because I didn't really understand DMs or anything. Yeah. So I just atted the person that messaged me, and I openly said in this person's chat, why did you delete my
Oh, you didn't whisper. You didn't whisper.
No, I didn't whisper it at all. And then I got kicked from the channel. And that's the closest. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to me in terms of, I suppose, breaking rules.
I don't see that you broke a rule, really. I've been thrown out of a chat one time, but I didn't realize that I had told the streamer's best friend in chat to go play in traffic. And it just so happened.
I didn't realize that.
It just so happened that it was his best friend, and I didn't realize it.
Did realize it.
Well,
My hands were just going. They were just going on the keyboard.
I mean, there was more to it than that, but more or less, I told this dude in chat, I was like, "Yo, go get bent and go play in traffic." And the next thing I know, I got banned, and the guy whispered me and said, "Yo, that's like my best friend. You know, you're not welcome here." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck you." And yeah, I don't need you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Conflict resolution there. I'm proud of you.
But I mean, I don't see how you can get banned from a channel just trying to talk to the streamer. That's
no. People do have. I've seen that in rules. Not like it's never happened to me, but I've seen people write in rules. Don't spam questions.
Well, of course,
I've seen people explicitly say no spam whatsoever because, and I experienced spam personally and I've had to ban I don't know how many people for spam. Like people will come in. This one guy spammed the fucking letter Q in my chat, and he was only trying to do it to keep his own goddamn name first. And I was just like, dude. And I was like, I don't have a rule for this. I don't have a rule for this. If you keep fucking writing Q, I'm going to make a rule for spam, motherfucker. I did. Now I have a fucking rule. No spamming.
No spamming Q, or just no spamming.
But if somebody asks me a question more than once, I'm not going to be a dick about that. But like Q, over and over again, who fucking does that?
So, in all fairness, it wasn't the streamer that kicked me out. It was one of their mods. So it was. I don't know whether I caught them on a bad day or whether it was like, oh, you just don't at this person. I mean, there was maybe like 400 people.
I have advised all my mods to warn people before they kick them or ban them. You know, warn them. We're gonna have to do this if you keep it up, and then if they don't listen, fuck them.
Yeah. I mean, I get the whole spamming thing, but sometimes I see that written like me, like I think I even have it written like don't spam your question over and over again. But like if you're sitting here watching me and I got like 5 people in my chat and my chat's like one move every couple times and I'm not answering you, am I gonna ban you because my rule? I mean, come on. Like, I didn't answer you. It's not like you got 50,000 people watching. It's just like.
No.
I completely understand. Understand.
So I guess for Miss Raw, none of us have been banned. If I ever do, it's gonna be because I showed my nipple. That's why I would get banned if that's the case. But since.
Yeah. You know. Twitch is just you know what's funny, because you know I stream to both Twitch and Mixer simultaneously. That's like my thing. Because Mixer is so much younger, I get more of it through Mixer.
Okay.
Like most of the people that come in from Twitch are pretty respectful. I have yet to meet a full-blown Twitch troll. Like I haven't met one of them yet. I know they're there. Obviously, they're out in the world, but
I've had a few.
Yeah, I've yet to meet a full-blown Twitch troll.
The only thing that I see in like Mixer is when I go to the website, I can count in my head how many people are actually watching streams, and it's like the total amount of people on the entire website is less than like one of like the less of the top 10 on Twitch.
Oh, it's either failing or it's young as fuck. It's one of the,
no. Well, it's definitely young. I mean,
we don't know yet. I mean, it's either not successful or it's young as fuck. And
yeah, well,
that's why I'm experimenting with it.
I think they should have left it as Beam.pro, but that's just me.
No, but then my chat would be a bitch chat, and that's offensive to women. Can't do that.
I would probably lean on the side that Mixer is still very young. I think you're right. It is way too early to kind of say Mixer's failing.
Yeah, right.
Way too early. Way too early.
I think the biggest obstacle it's going to have is that, and I briefly mentioned this last week, that a lot of people kind of, when they're first looking to get into streaming, they go, what's the go-to platform? Twitch, right? They don't think Mixer. They don't think the other potential platforms. They don't think YouTube. They don't think Facebook or Facebook.
YouTube.
You know what's crazy? I've thought about it. Restream, the service I use, will allow me to go to more than just two. I can go to a lot of different services, and Facebook's one of them. And I thought about it, but
is it?
Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, they're all in there.
Before I became affiliate, I used to restream. I used to restream to Hitbox, YouTube, and Twitch. And Beam.pro. I did all four of them, but Facebook was not one of them at the time.
No, it's in there now. Yeah, I saw it recently.
So I didn't know that there was stuff that you could do to broadcast in multiple platforms. I always thought that it was, you pick one and that's what you do.
Well, back then it used to be.
Yeah, I wouldn't. To be honest with you, PhoenixRyan, I would not be doing it if I had to alternate. I wouldn't do that because that's literally. People have said that what I'm doing splits the community, and I don't agree with that. But like that's literally splitting your community. That's like, oh, sorry, Mixer guys, today I'm on Twitch. Oh, sorry, Twitch guys, today I'm on Mixer. Like fuck that. I would never do that. No, I went in to do the Mixer, like a buddy of mine, the guy I do the podcast with, he recommended it on the show. He's like, Microsoft's adopting this. They're going to partner with the company. It's going to be on everybody's Xbox. We might as well try it. Yeah. And then I immediately started thinking, well, how do I do both at once? And then I started researching and I found Restream and then set it all up. So as soon as I started streaming, that was the first thing I searched was how do I stream to two sites at once? And I found Restream. And I used it for the longest time, but just so you know, just in case you're not aware, you can't be a partner or affiliate.
You can't be a partner or affiliate because if you are, then you'll lose.
That can probably get your Twitch channel banned or timed out or whatever because it's an exclusivity agreement that you're signing when you sign up.
Is 24 hours and then you can post it anywhere.
I see.
Anything if you're an affiliate or partner with Twitch, anything live has to be on Twitch for the first 24 hours.
Yeah, so like it's cool to go live to your Twitch channel and then post to YouTube the next day, the same exact clip. But it's not cool to go to live to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That breaks the contract. You're not exclusive. And I get it. I totally get it. But like at this point, I'm trying to build community. I'm not trying to make money. I don't I don't care about that at this point.
Not me. I'm trying to make money.
I just want to make such a good. I want to make, and maybe this gives you some insight, Phoenix. But I want to make such a damn valuable community. And when I say valuable, I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about valuable to the people who are coming to it on a regular basis. And if they happen to be from both, one side Mixer and one side Twitch, that's cool. But I'm trying to create the Mitch community. I want all of them. I want them all together.
No, that sounds brilliant.
I want to make it so fucking damn valuable that people are just like, they can't do anything. That, there's no reason for me to do partner. Who cares? You know what I mean?
No,
but we'll see. We'll see.
That's cool.
We're here for you. I'm going to stop talking about my fucking self.
Yo, PhoenixRyan, how do you feel about being streamer of the week, though?
No, honestly, it was a huge shock, and it's really exciting. It's really exciting because, I'm going to potentially meet a lot of people that I may not have spoken to before, and that is going to be really cool.
And considering you stream full time, like all 6 days a week, and 7 if you count the other one, I mean, there's not a day that they're not going to find you. That is
With
fantastic.
exception of this weekend, because
okay.
I'm leaving on vacation for 2 days tomorrow.
What are the chances?
You're definitely not. Are you leaving the island?
No. I'm just heading down south for. I'm literally going for an overnight stay. I will be returning the following day, so I'm going to be taking tomorrow night off, and then I'll be back on my channel on Monday.
Nice. You gotta take the time for yourself. And as it's been mentioned in the chat a bunch of times,
Okay.
I am outnumbered here by beard. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I think that I'm looking at the stream. I'm on the wrong. I should be in the middle for balance, because right now we're tipping this way, and it's not that good. But everybody keeps talking about my baby face because you guys are so just glorious. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you do have you have a little bit. You're slightly more epic than me in your beard. I just want to compliment you on that.
That's because it's red, though.
You got that cool red one. What's that character?
Right.
What's that character on Game of Thrones? The guy with the big red fucking beard who gives the weird looks.
Oh my god! Oh man, I don't know. I know what you mean.
You got kind of beard like him. It's
I would
really
love to have the hair as well, but they.
Oh yeah, he's got cool hair. Yeah. So let's. I know we're eventually going to have to wrap up, but like, let's talk games. So, what do you play? What do you like? What do you enjoy?
For the most part, I love survival horror games. Absolutely love survival horror games.
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. I used to play a lot of Friday the 13th, but I have moved away from that. I'm doing a lot more variety. So I'm doing survival horror games. I'm doing JRPGs. I'm doing some shooters, not too many because I can't aim. I have real potato aim. But yeah, anything narrative based, anything open world, anything where I can really sink my teeth into the kind of the core gameplay loop. So I've also been playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon recently as well. I mean, I'm absolutely loving going through there. I'm doing I'm not doing a Radiant run. I'm doing a Darkest run, and then once I've finished that, I'll be doing hopefully with the help of my friend Tom, I'm going to be attempting a Blood Moon run.
Whew.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Well, I think we're getting the signal, but I'm going to be popping in your stream this week to the best of my knowledge. You know, depending on if I get kidnapped or whatnot. But
Thank you.
But I think Rev and Coyote Wildfire, they're going to take over, and I don't really remember specifically what they're going to be talking about. Rev mentioned it earlier.
Turn up the volume.
Oh yeah, turn up the volume is what it is. So Rev, take it from fucking there.
Take it from here. Streamer of the week, PhoenixRyan. Thank you.
Streamer of the week, PhoenixRyan.
Good morning. I am Chow Chow Pow. I am 35 years young. I am a father. I am a husband, and I am a gamer. I have loved playing video games since I was a small child. We used to do Atari, Nintendo. I can't remember the first men that I played, but it was one of the first ones that came out. N64 was probably my favorite men up until obviously the newer ones. Took a couple years off, came back, was looking for the new Madden game, and saw a guy on Twitch and thought, yeah, shoot, let's give it a go. So started a Twitch account, started a Twitter account, found TeamEmmsie. Very Good morning. I am Chow Chow Pow. I am 35 years young. I am a father. I am a husband. And I am a gamer. I have loved playing video games since I was a small child. We used to do Atari, Nintendo. I can't remember the first Madden that I played, but it was one of the first ones that came out. N64 was probably my favorite Madden up until obviously the newer ones. Took a couple years off, came back, was looking for the new Madden game, and saw a guy on Twitch and thought, yeah, shoot, let's give it a go. So started a Twitch account, started a Twitter account, found TeamEmmsie, very excited to be a full member of it, and I'm not looking back. I'm going to continue streaming, and I'm going to continue supporting people on this great team, and I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible. Thanks for listening to me, and have a great day.
Hi everyone, Lady Poopsie here. I have pretty much been a gamer all my life, but didn't start getting serious about it until about 9 years ago. I started streaming on and off about a year ago because of my social anxieties. I wasn't comfortable at the time. I didn't get serious into streaming until about a couple of months ago when I started connecting with people in TeamEmmsie and started feeling like I had enough support and just people who understood where I was coming from. I like gaming, I like painting, I like creating music, I like writing. If you want to get to know me, hang out, you can find me at twitch.tv/LadyPoopsie or on Twitter at LadyPoopsie. And I look forward to meeting everybody and getting to know everybody. Bye.
What's up, guys? My name is Derek, aka Unreal. My Twitch handle is going to be Unreal SBS. The SBS stands for Stay, Be Stay. What that means is basically stay hungry, be humble, and you will stay blessed. Putting other people in front of yourselves. I've been streaming off and on for about 9 years now. Just got real consistent with it about a year and a half ago. I really appreciate TeamEmmsie for giving me the opportunity to be a part of you guys. It's a great community. You guys definitely got to check it out. I also own my own gaming organization and the name Trinity Gaming. We're all over Twitter, YouTube, things like that. Anyway, a little bit about me. I just play to have fun and to help other people. So if you guys need help with your stream, hit me up and I will definitely do everything that I possibly can, see if I can help you out. Thank you for stopping by. You have a great day.
Well, hello there. My name is FrostPDP, and I'm honored to be among the latest class to join up with TeamEmmsie. I've been hanging around with them for months now, and I've always been impressed with how the team supports each other. It's my pleasure to have a chance to be part of this group. I'm grateful for this opportunity to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm primarily active on YouTube, where I post a combination of different videos. I also play games over Twitch on occasion. I upload a steady stream of strategy games, especially Crusader Kings 2, but I also play some first-person shooters and other games as well. I also make Dragon Ball videos and other anime content to boot. I try to make something for everyone, and I try to listen to my viewer feedback and see what I can do that would be interesting for them as well as for myself. If you want to connect, you can find me online at these social media sites, where I'm happy to have a chat or collaborate with you if you've got a good idea. On YouTube, I'm FrostPDP. On Twitter, I'm FrostPDP. On Twitch, I'm still FrostPDP. I'm kind of a predictable guy. Once again, thanks to TeamEmmsie for the chance to be part of one of the most recognized streaming teams around. La Paz.
Hey guys, my name is Haley's Comet. I've been playing games since I was little, and I've been streaming for the past 2 to 3 years now. I play games like Overwatch, Final Fantasy, Dragon Age, Borderlands, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the Fable series. I also play PC games like Sims 4, Death Coming, and Overwatch. Overwatch is a little bit more difficult for me because transferring from PS4 to PC has been very challenging. I'm also expanding my gaming experience by trying to play horror games and other shooters as well. I stream every day from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Central Time, and the games do vary, except for Thursdays and Sundays are dedicated to Overwatch, and Fridays and Saturdays are dedicated to Final Fantasy XIV. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and it's nice meeting everyone. Bye.
All right. Okay. Listen, before I say anything else, guys, I hope you understand my role as the podcast leader. And look at that. Coyote's even brushing his hair for you. Look, chat. Look, what else could you possibly want? He's brushing his lovely, glorious hair for you. Yes. Coyote, can you hear me okay? Are you... Yeah? Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
we're good. We're good.
Listen, I'm sorry, chat. I not only put all this together with my amazing hosts and with help from people like Saitsu and PhoenixRyan who do the video, the montages, but when the stream is live for an hour, I'm doing everything. And one single misclick and everything goes bad, and then I panic. I'm like, what am I doing? I panic, and then that makes it even worse. So, you guys, I hit studio mode because I was trying to flip some stuff around in studio mode, and then instead of turning off studio mode when I was done with it, I hit transition, so it transitioned the scenes over before Coyote and I were ready.
So where's my apology? You apologize to chat, but commandos, Rev.
I'm sorry, Coyote Pup. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
I love you, brother. I love you.
We're gonna talk about something, but real quick, I just wanted to say, if you are a fan of watching Coyote and I interact, gonna do a real quick plug here. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So that's what?
-4 UTC and -5 BST, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, but so if it's almost 9 now, that'd be 3, 4, 16 hours from now? Yeah, 16 hours from now, Coyote and I are going to do a live IRL stream. The last time Coyote and I did a live IRL stream was when I got this, and Coyote was the cameraman. So
yep.
We're going to be hanging out in real tomorrow. So you can check that out at my channel tomorrow in about 16 hours. Love to see you there. But that's it. Coyote, I had to get you on to talk about this subject. Turn up the volume. Now, this is something... Yes, real life. We're going to hang out IRL. We live about an hour away from each other. So we hang out in real life sometimes, which is great.
I wasn't going to tell anybody that, but yes, it's true.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be in let's see, yeah, in about 16 hours. About 15 hours. I'm gonna drive. I've actually got to pick up something because a friend of mine has it. But what we're gonna be doing is actually building his PC.
Dildos. He's got to pick up dildos.
Rev, you don't need to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's for the pictures, the after party.
Right.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm building a new PC, and yeah, we're just gonna make a fun event out of it. Anyways, but this is something that you and I have actually talked about a lot privately. Just you and I have talked about how we can improve our streams and how we can be the best streamer possible. And for lack of a better term, turning up the volume. Do you want to tell everyone what I mean when I say turn up the volume?
So I've got plenty of volume knobs, and I'm not talking about that on your desk, or sound mixing as you were referring to earlier. Turning up the volume actually is what I like to relate to being yourself on stream. When you are yourself on stream, I mean, you want to be real with your audience. You want to be accessible and human. You don't have to be some sort of celebrity necessarily. But when you're on stream, you have to kind of reach into the streamer parts of your personality, the parts and qualities of your personality. It is you, but you want to turn up the volume on some of those qualities.
And that's really important because that's one of the things we've said on a couple different streams now. We've said you want to be yourself. You want to be real. You want to be you. But turning up the volume is just taking certain aspects of you.
Exactly. I mean, well, think about it though. The comparison here for me, like, you're going to be yourself, right? But the yourself that you have at 5 a.m. before you've had your first cup of coffee and you're getting out of bed is not the you that you're going to put on stream. It's still you both times, right?
Right. Yes.
But you want to magnify those qualities that are already a part of you, so that way you can provide something meaningful and entertaining.
Mummy Evil even earlier today during the chat said, "Oh, I'm going to take away Dose Rev's coffee in the morning." I was like, "I will cut you. You
Don't do that.
Don't do that."
You will see a good portion of the United States sink into the ocean. Just boom. Dose Rev didn't have his coffee.
The point is you are different yous at different times of the day, different times of the year. You're not always the exact same person.
True.
And what's really important is recognizing that you're always real and true to yourself when you go live, but when you are live, you want to crank up the best parts of yourself.
Well, if we take this back and actually ask ourselves the question, well, why would we want to be real? Why would we want to be ourselves on stream that we would have to, turn up the volume on these aspects of our personality anyway? What's the point? And I think there's a lot of value in being real with your viewership, making solid friendships. The people that you get to impact as a streamer is far-reaching. I think it's a great opportunity to reach into the lives of other people, to entertain, and to be able to hang out and get to make new friends, to network together and grow together. It's a hugely collaborative and enriching experience, in my opinion. But none of that happens if it's all just an act. I'm not here putting on a facade for you guys. I'm here talking to you from the heart because I believe that each and every one of you guys are worth talking to. Each of you have your own lives. Each of you have your own perspectives, and we all get to come together under the under the mutual interest of gaming and streaming.
Right. And like, I don't know anyone who has streamed for any period of time longer than a few months who says, "Oh yeah, I just got into streaming because I want to be the next, Dr. Disrespect or the next Kriparian or the next Ninja." No one gets into it thinking to themselves, "I want to make $1 million a year streaming video games," and then sticks with it. Like, people might get into it with that mindset, but they either burn right out when they realize they've got years of growth ahead of them, or they quickly change their mindset. And they're like, you know what? Okay, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to be the guy that has 55,000 viewers.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Reaching that level of celebrity takes a lot. Well, you have to be lucky for a lot of it.
Actually, I mentioned Dr. Disrespect. I'm sure you know who that is, right? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Of course.
So, he's not like that in real life, right? That's a persona, that's a character he puts on, etc. But what a lot of people don't realize is how many years of experiences he's had in sort of the industry of entertainment before he ever set foot on Twitch.
Right.
That's not something that the average person does. That's not something that I'd be willing to bet that anyone who's ever going to see this podcast does.
You can tell the difference between somebody who's in it strictly for self-gain and somebody who's in it because they believe in the community and they believe in enriching the lives of others and making meaningful relationships out of it. And like you said, those people who are only in it because, oh man, I'm going to stream and I'm going to make money off of it. I'm going to be super popular. I'm going to be this amazing, personality and get rich. And, they burn out real quick because they realize what a grind it is. And without something larger than themselves to cornerstone their motives behind, they're not going to make it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw in chat, but Surgical Lemon just said, as a new streamer who streams in order to help with anxiety, how do you suggest that you manage this? Turning up the volume. I find my best qualities are the person I want to be. So is this the right or wrong thing to do? Well, I'm going to go first, and then I'll let Coyote go. First of all, let me say I have met over a year and a half that I've been streaming. I met a lot of people who got into Twitch streaming either to deal with social anxiety issues, to deal with manic depressive issues, or just to deal with various aspects of their personality that they felt interacting with other people in a safe and protected environment that comes with having a computer between you gives. So this is a very common thing that I actually see. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I do this because I have anxiety and this helps." I think the best answer I can give to you, Surgical Lemon, is fake it till you make it. So that means if you think to yourself, "All right, I know that I lock up whenever anyone asks me about if I have a girlfriend. Let's just take that for example. Anyone asks me, do I have a girlfriend? I lock up. Start thinking about that. Start thinking about those things that you want to improve and turning the volume up on, right? Even if it means you start thinking about a prepared response for uncomfortable things or the things that make you uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be that specifically. Maybe just be like, oh, you know how we do it down here at the Lemon Chat. Oh, you know how we do it down here at the Lemon Orchard. Have a canned response. It doesn't even have to answer the question. Just have a canned response so that when you get that thing that sort of triggers you, you can have a fallback. I'm sure anyone who's ever seen my stream knows exactly what my sort of fallback is. It helps when you don't have something that you want to say, but you don't want to stare at the camera like this. You just have something ready to go in your head. You know what I mean? That's one example of turning up the volume. My one of my big things is giving out the big ups, and that was just a filler kind of silly thing that I threw in so I wasn't being silent, and because I couldn't really think of anything else to say. But then it caught on and it became a part of my brand and a part of my channel that is inseparable from my channel now. And that's like, you know, it's just one of those things.
For me,
what do you think?
Well, for me, like, I know a lot of people who suffer from anxiety. Surgical Lemon, first off, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. None of us are impervious to certain emotions, but some of us do suffer, myself included, from things like anxiety or depression or a speech impediment or other inherent challenges to successful streaming. I call it stream therapy for me. And the reason that I call it that is even though I, as a streamer, do suffer from anxiety, as I've grown and as I've learned, Dosrev said, fake it till you make it, right? The streamer that I was 3 years ago when I started this thing is not the same streamer that I am today. A lot of it was learning, and a lot of it was cultivated as I grew and kind of broadened my horizons and understanding. But I was just kind of putting it out there, like feeling it out and whatnot. Sometimes just having something there to kind of fake it until you get there, it doesn't mean that you're being fake. It's you try different things, challenge your form, stretch yourself outside your comfort zone a little bit sometimes, and you'll be surprised just how much your viewership will gravitate to that. And when you do, it really helps you break out of your anxiety. You get into this kind of mode, you get in the zone. If you've ever done running or track, you get this kind of runner's high. It's not a streamer's high necessarily, but you get focused. And with that focus, it really allows you a fantastic anchor point to calm that anxiety just a little bit. And Joseph is smiling, but it calms that anxiety just a little bit. You've got something to hinge yourself against. And I think that you doing something that is exemplifying the positive qualities isn't being fake. I think that what you're doing is you're being the person that you want to be. And even if it feels arbitrary to do so, I think that after a period of time, it becomes habit. And when it becomes habit, you have adopted it as part of your own character and as part of your own personality, whether part of streaming or in real life. In fact, there are times where the things that I have learned as a streamer and as a performer have helped me carry through social situations because I deal with a lot of social anxiety as well. And I'm an introvert. So I spend a lot of my time when I'm trying to recover, I do it alone in the presence of my comfortable four walls in the bedroom here and streaming to you guys. And truth be told, it is an amazing experience. So I think that you keep on keeping on. Once you get your feet under you, I think you'll have a better idea of the kind of streamer and personality that you want to present and the kind of needs that your community has.
Yeah, let me just real quick address. I'm very sorry to Lady B. I made a bad joke, and now I realize that it didn't quite transition, and especially when her comment that led up to it was her talking about how sometimes she doesn't understand the difference between a joke and being seriousness. That was just really a bad time to try to make a joke, I guess. I love you, Lady B. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
we
I was just
do.
being
We
silly. I was just being
we-
silly in chat.
We love Denise. Denise is amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing. I think the point that I'd like everyone to take away from this, though, is if you really want to try to up your stream one notch, right? Take a good look at yourself when you're on stream. Go back and watch one of your VODs. Go back and watch one of your videos. And take a look at the things that you're doing that you think are entertaining to you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you go back and you watch and you see you're yelling or I'm going to use Felix as a perfect example. Felix curses like a sailor. But you know what? I don't know why when he does it, it's really entertaining.
It is. It's so true. And there's something that he captures when he does it that in that moment of flair.
Right. And it's not that I find cursing funny. And I've gone to other people's streams and they're cursing. I'm like, dude, why is this guy cursing so much? But it's that Felix himself, as his persona, he's got that just entertainment value knob. He's got the volume knob turned up just a little bit. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's something about, like, you're really good at, like, D-Bach is really good at throwing in sound clips and having, you know, visual effects popping up on his screen. You know, find whatever it is and don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Turn it up. Remember that you're there to entertain in addition to every other reason that you're there. Right?
Exactly. There are silly things that I started doing within the last 6 months that just caught on. A few of you know it. I'm not going to utter it because somebody's going to ask. But those things are just goofy things that kind of stuck that I threw out there, and I feel like an absolute idiot, and I look even stupider doing it, but everybody seems to enjoy it. And you
He's
know
talking about the biddy dance, in case you're not sure. He is talking about the biddy dance.
Rev, thank you. I was trying to avoid that.
I know, but I wasn't going to let that one slide.
So, but still though, I do a bunch of like really over the top stuff that would I do that normally in person? No, not really. But as you do it yourself, you kind of feel it out. It's something that you learned. It's a learned practice.
All right, man. Well, listen, this has been great. I'm going to ask you to hang out for just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Our podcast, since we've changed formats, it just seems to fly by, doesn't it?
It does.
All right. Coyote, I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. So that's, what did I say?
It's like 15 hours now?
No, well, let's see, 16 hours from right now.
It did, okay.
Yeah. All right, buddy, I'll see you tomorrow. Let me just go ahead and transition over to this, and why is that showing that way? Oh my goodness, there I am. Hello, everyone. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We had such a fantastic night. I'm going to ask you guys to stay tuned for just a minute, as Coyote types very loudly. That's my fault. I should have muted my desktop audio there. I'm going to ask you to stay tuned for just a moment. We're going to go ahead and kick it over to someone that's in TFPA or TeamEmmsie. And, of course, there's no one in TeamEmmsie pushing for affiliates, so we'll throw it to someone for TeamEmmsie. Go in, show them some love, show them the TeamEmmsie spirit, and we will be back next Friday. And again, I know that I have not been updating the archives. That just has a lot to do with the fact that my current computer is not able to edit the videos. But I am saving them. They are being archived. They will all be up on YouTube at some point real soon. Until then, you've always got the Twitch VOD. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for bearing with me as I flubbed some of the transitions. I'm sorry. And I hope to see you all guys I hope to see all of you guys again real soon. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Have a great night.